1, 7, 6, and 8. Well, why don't we just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Let's just do them all. Let's see how we do. And, you know, if you were able to work them, awesome. But please just double check what you worked on. So, and I'll tell you where some of these formulas come from. Okay. So this one, they would like us, this is area. Area is equal to the perimeter plus 2L. So L usually, when you're dealing with an area, is a length of some sort. So this might be a slant height of a pyramid. So they want us on this one to just solve for what letter? P. So we want that all by itself. So is anything being multiplied or divided with P right now? No. So what's the easiest thing to get P all alone? What can we do to both sides? Subtract the 2 and the L, right? Yeah, it's 2 and a lowercase L. But I'd say 21 too. I think that's all right. So those cancel. So I get A equals negative 2L is equal to P. And you could easily go through and solve that problem. So that was, I think they started with a pretty simple scenario for you. Agreed? And then number 2, we've seen this type of problem before. W is equal to mg. I'm not sure what W is, but I'd say mass and gravity. Mass and gravity might be work. Work. Might be weight. Yeah, it could be. W in chemistry. Anyone know what W in chemistry stands for? Tungsten. On the periodic table. So if you see W on the periodic table, it's for tungsten. You're like, okay, tungsten and W, I know. Tungsten was named something that started with a W originally, and they switched. All right, so we want to solve, on this one, we want to solve for M. So how are M and G being held together up there? Multiplication. What undoes multiplication? Division. So I'm going to divide each side by G and G. So I get W over G is equal to M. And I think we did this one last time. We did number 3 yesterday, I think. Force equals mass times acceleration. But this time we're solving for acceleration. So how are M and A being held together? Multiplication. So I'll just divide each side by M. So I get acceleration is equal to F over M. Of course, you could have left it F over M equals A. So number 4. A equals 2 and then L plus W. Is that right? Yeah. They want us to get W all by itself. Okay? This is actually, well, I'd say L and W are length and width, and A is area, so it's finding the area of something, I imagine. Okay. So we do have W, it happens to be inside the parentheses. Agree? So we have to somehow figure out how we start on doing it. So things that we might want to do, I guess you could distribute over the parentheses. I don't know if I would do that off the first part. I might say divide each side by 2 first, and that's going to allow this and this to cancel. Now I had A over 2, and if I distributed 1 over the parentheses, can I get rid of the parentheses then? Yeah. Do you agree with that? Yeah. Does that make sense? And we're solving for W, right? So what would you like to do? How would I get this by itself? Yeah, subtract the L. So here, I'm going to squeeze down here. W is equal to A over 2, right? Minus L. That's all we have there. All right. Everyone feel comfortable with the first 4? Yeah. It's just kind of going through and manipulating things around, realizing how things are being held together. Number 5, we have 2x minus 3y is equal to 6. What letter did they want us to solve for?
Y.
The y. Okay, so we need to start moving things over. So is this a positive 2x or a negative 2x? Positive. So how would you undo a positive 2x to bring it over? Subtract it. Good. So if I subtract 2x from both sides, that cancels this. I get negative 3y is equal to 6 minus 2x. And then how are negative 3 and y being held together? Multiplication. So what undoes that? Division. What am I dividing by? Be careful. Negative 3. Awesome. So bring the negative along for the ride. Okay? So I divide everything by negative 3. So watch this. That cancels. Gives me y. Agree? The equal sign is going to come down. What is 6 over negative 3? Negative what? Negative 2. And then I have this negative over negative, which makes it positive. Done. There you go. That's it. Holy cow. Yeah.
So you know how there's 6 minus 2x and then divided by 3, divided by negative 3. Do the same thing, but just 1 negative divided by 1 negative 3, or like could you still divide the whole thing?
Yeah, you could have had it over like this. Yeah, that's another way to have it. I think that would have worked as well. So you could add this like that.
Yeah.
I think that would be appropriate. Cool. Good. Good eye on that. 6. Number 6. We have volume is equal to pi r squared h. So pi is the Greek letter. It stands for 3.14. It goes on forever. It's an irrational number. It's actually the circumference of any circle divided by its diameter. So you always come up with the same exact ratio. What are we solving for here? H. All right. So we want h long. So how are pi r squared and h being held all together? Multiplication. What undoes that? Division. So if I divide both sides by pi r squared, if I divide both sides by pi r squared, agree? So this cancels this, yes? That cancels that. What is r squared? What does that really mean? Is it r times r? Okay, so I get h is equal to volume over pi r squared. Volume is equal to height. Height equals volume over pi r squared. Number 7. That looks like some sort of area problem. I don't know what the area we're trying to find, but we'll figure it out. And we want to get letter y all by itself. Okay, so x plus y right here is all over 2, right? So we have to start undoing it. So how, if it's over 2, that means it's being divided. So what would undo division? Multiplication. So if I were to multiply this side here by 2 and this by 2, I think I could cancel out the denominator on the one side. So that's basically 2 over 1. So that would cancel that, right? Leaving me x plus y on one side, and 2 times a is 2a on this side. Agree? I want y all by itself, so how are x and y being held together right now? Addition. So how would I move the x over? Yeah, subtract it. Good. That's going to cancel that, so I'm going to get 2a minus x is equal to y. Number 8, y minus 2 equals 1/2 quantity x plus 4. They want us to just solve for y. So that's what they want to solve for. Watch this. If I add 2 to both sides, that cancels that. So I get y equals 1/2 quantity x plus 4 plus 2. Have I solved for y? Yeah. What do I think they might want you to do at this point? I I mean, honestly, I think I would accept that for an answer, but I think where they might direct you a little bit further is to distribute. So you get 1/2 times x, which is 1/2 x. 1/2 times 4 is 2, and then add that 2. And so I think your overall answer could be this.
Is there a faster way to do this? Because it seems like there is.
Sometimes you do stuff in your head, absolutely. I'm just trying to get the whole step by step. So yeah, once you get better at doing them, you'll start picking up going, I can do this, I can do this.
Because you pretty much just flip it.
Yes.
Can you? Is there really a difference between half x, 1/2 over x?
So is there
over x and x over 2?
x over 2 and 1/2 x are the same exact thing.
So,
Same exact thing. So however you'd like to write it. Yeah, you could have taken this right here and made it this.
so there's some difference.
Means the exact same thing. So is that all right? Was that your question?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's the front page. Everyone feel okay with it? Yeah. Thumbs up. Yeah, baby. All right. Move to the back page. Oh, then we're just now back to solving problems. So, are there any questions on 9, 10, or 11 that you'd like to see? Yes, sir. 10 and 11? Okay. 10. Okay. A lot of times I would tell you, let's clear the denominator, multiply all three terms by 4 to get rid of the fraction. But this one might be a case that I might choose to distribute the fraction. Why would I say that? If I distribute 1/4 to 8, 1/4 times 8 is 8 over 4, and 8 over 4 is what? 2. Okay? So let's see if this is going to work. It might work for us. So 1/4 of 8, that gives me 8 over 4. Let's do it over here to the side, which you just told me is 2, so I get 2y. What is 1/4 of minus 12? That's 12 over 4, which is 3. And then plus 3y equals 22. That worked really nicely to distribute it over because 4 happened to go into 8 and 4 happened to go into 12, so we didn't have to worry about any denominators regardless if we realized that. We want to solve for y, so let's combine like terms. Add 3. 5y equals 25. So what's y equal to? 5. Yeah, because I would divide each side by 5, so I get 25 over 5, which is 5. And then number 11. 18x minus 4 quantity, 3x minus 1 equals 3 quantity. When I say quantity, that just means the parentheses right there. Is that minus 14? All right. So I think 18x is going to stand alone for right now. What should I distribute over this parentheses? Negative 4. Good. So the negative comes along. Okay? Good. So let's see. I'm going to get 18x. Negative 4 here, negative 4 here. That's negative 12x plus 4 equals, and then I'm just distributing 3 here and here. So that's what? 6x plus 18. And then I'm going to subtract 14 from that. There we go. At this point, we're just trying to solve for x, so let's combine like terms. So on the left side, I have 18x minus 12x. Those are like terms, so what should I do? What does that result? 6x, okay. And then here, I'm going to get, I just have 6x. What does this come out to? 4. Okay, it looks like the exact same thing, but let's just verify it. Subtract 6x from both sides. Those cancel, so I get 4 equals 4. What does that mean? Infinite. It's true. So that's going to be infinite solutions. Infinite solutions. And then, was there a mistake that we found on number 12? It says Rod solved the equation incorrectly. Let's see. Distributed, so I get, where's the error? Yeah,
We didn't distribute the 5 over the parentheses.
good. He went out of order of operations, right? You need to distribute the 5 over the parentheses first. You cannot combine -3 and 5 together. The 5 has to be distributed. So that's what we have. What do you think? What do you think about that? All right, so guys and girls, what we're going to do is I want you to hold on to that, okay? I want you to hold on to it. I will collect it, so don't lose it, please, because I will eventually collect a couple of pages altogether, okay? So what I'd like you to do is I'm going to give you the rest of the period. Now, guys and girls, some of you are confused by this. When I give you the rest of the period, you think, oh, I'm going to put my backpack on and sit around and socialize. That's not what this time is for, okay? This is the time that I need you to work on your page. Ask me if you want me to go over something, if you couldn't quite see it. So that was 21-22 that we just did. So what I'd like you to work on is worksheet page 23 and 24. And please use, so page 21 and 22, keep for now. And use it as a guide if you need to, see if you can refer to it. But eventually we will be collecting those, okay? Everyone know what you're expected to do?
Yep.
Any questions? All right, I'm going to start saving today's video, and if you have any questions, I'll come around and help you.